Chef Roy,
Hey,
how you doing?
man, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Oh, how's everything?
Good, thank you. Looks like moi's on the menu.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little seared moi, and it's gonna come with a white bean luau leaf stew.
Oh, let's go to it. What's the drill?
Okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is actually been working on this broth for about 2 hours. It has tomatoes, it has the whole garlic, we have some leeks, and some onions, and fresh thyme, and some clam stock, chicken stock. And what I'm doing is making a nice broth because with the white bean stew and the luau leaf stew, we have to make sure that it's full of flavor, okay? So using pork, if you have it, or chicken broth, I mean, that's great.
We can stop right there. Where's the bowl?
Okay, I thought you really meant that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is actually strain all of this liquid out, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is actually smash all the ingredients right into the broth itself.
Is that thyme leaf in there?
There's thyme in there, again, nice onions, tomatoes. You know, I really enjoy putting a lot of tomato in my stock because I think it has a lot of sweetness, a lot of acidity also. So as you're eating something, you know, the tomato will actually help you digest. So to that, what I'm going to do, the first thing is add the pork. And what I did was I took the pork and braised it in little chicken stock for about an hour so that it gets nice and tender, okay? And then I'm going to put that in there. And then the next thing is I have some green onions, or you can, this is actually negi, but you can take green onions, or if you have thyme, get some negi and put this in there. Negi is like a leek, okay? So it's a little larger, so you know, it has a nice bite to it. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to add is I have some white beans here, and of course you can use any type of white beans, you like navies or something smaller. And actually it's nice to cook the beans in the stock that you're going to actually use it in. So what I did was I took some chicken stock earlier and cooked the beans and add some of the bean stock into the stock itself.
Okay.
So again, you know, it's a lot of work, but you know, I mean, to me, to make really good food, you really have to spend your time and to make sure that you add all of these different ingredients and just let it simmer. Okay, so again, to this thing, I'm going to be adding some tomatoes. Again, these tomatoes have been chopped, and these are the Halua tomatoes. They're nice and juicy, flavorful, so I'm going to be adding the tomatoes in there. Okay, at this point, what I'm going to do is just kind of like let this cook, okay? And I'm going to, again, let it just simmer for a little while. At the very end, I'm going to be adding a couple more ingredients to that. Next thing I want to do is actually get the saute pan hot, and what I'm going to do is actually sear the moi. So to this, what I'm going to do is add some pepper and little hana pepe salt. Okay, and to this, what I'm going to be doing is actually what I do is I actually put some of the oil right on the fish itself.
You know, Roy, you're a really good fish cleaner. You got to come over to my house and clean my fish.
And then what I do is once I put the fish in the pan, I actually hold it down for a second. Okay, and the reason why I hold it down is because when you hold it down, the skin doesn't curdle up as much. And one thing I hate to look at is a piece of fish that's all curdled up and stuff. So I like it nice and flat as it cooks, because when it's nice and flat as it cooks, you're gonna get that nice golden brown color that goes all the way around the fish. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's nice and brown. Okay. So once it goes there, flip that over. Okay, that's a nice fish. Okay. Okay, to this broth, to finish it off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some crab meat. Okay, I'm a lover of crab. And then this is two things that I like. This is the sea asparagus. So what I'm going to be doing is adding a lot of the flavor of the saltiness from the sea asparagus itself, because you know the sea asparagus has a hint of the salty flavor to it. Again, so instead of adding salt to it, I just add the sea asparagus to it. And then to finish it off, this is my favorite. This is the luau leaves.
Oh, the color is so bright on that. Without the coconut milk in it, it looks really green, doesn't it?
It's nice and green, okay? Okay, so you know, I'm going to take this bowl right here, okay? And then I'm going to get all this broth here.
That's beautiful. That looks so rich too, though. Oh, that looks so good. Rich as in flavors, not so much in oil and fat, but in flavor.
Okay, so to finish it off, just get the moi. Put that on top. And then at the very end, what I just do is just a little bit of pepper. And then if you like, you can just get some of that hana pepe salt again.
Oh, okay.
And just
Gotcha.
kind of sprinkle some on top yourself. Just a little bit on top of the fish.
Okay.
There you go.
Am I hired?
That's it. That's it.
Chef.
Here it is.
Beautiful work. Tell you what, we're gonna take a little break so I can come back and tell everyone how good this tastes.
Okay.
Another nice work of art, and we'll be right
appreciate
back to
that.
let everyone
Thank
know if this tastes as good as it looks. Welcome back to the show, folks. If you just joined us, we're with Chef Roy Yamaguchi here in Waikiki at the New Roy's. And Chef, terrific dish. Can you describe this again for us?
Again, this is a seared moi, and it has a white bean luau leaf stew.
Okay. After
Go for it.
after me. Okay, gotcha.
Go ahead.
Oh, this looks beautiful. And you're right. I like the texture that the searing on the moi adds to these dishes. All right, Chef.
Is that good?
That is so good, Chef. First time I've ever had white beans with moi, and that works great. That works terrific.
It has a nice luau leaf flavor, and at the same time,
Wow.
the great flavor of the tomato itself is nice and juicy, plump, sweetness.
This is really, really good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on the show. And also thank you to everyone else who was on the show, folks. It's not going to be that long. It's only going to be about a week, and we'll be right back here on Let's Go Fishing.